I'm going to keep the show moving. This next guy is very, very pretty excited to have him. He has his new album that just came out today. It's called Pizza Night. Please welcome to the stage, Kyle Clark!
Guys, I'm not sure if this comedy thing is going to work out. I'll be honest with you for a minute. Stand-up, not quite the money-making venture I had heard it was going to be. Wish one of you had told me before I quit my job. Because, my thought was I'd finish that impassioned speech about how I'm going to follow my dreams, and a man in a top hat hands me 2 bags that have dollar signs on them, and I take them to the not my parents' house where I'll live from now on. Guys, that's not what happened. I was just really poor all summer. So I decided to take some responsibility and not be poor, and started substitute teaching. Because it turns out that's a job you can get. I don't know about you guys. For me, growing up, a substitute teacher was a day to take out all your rage and frustration as a young person on a stranger who's not real. You'll never see them again, so fuck them. And now I'm living in this petty, petty version of the Twilight Zone, where I'm having to atone for all of it. The saddest part is I'm just a teacher poor now, which is just a step above deadbeat poor. But the best part of it, guys, is I, being the lowest man on the totem pole, gets to substitute teach at middle schools. Okay, let's review. Anybody here, we're friends, anybody have a good middle school experience? Exactly. Okay? The people who peaked in middle school are all dead. If you had a 6-pack at 13, you are dead in a motel on drugs. Okay? That's the only trajectory that can do. So I've dived in there, and I have to say, if you had gone to me at like 19 when I'm full of hopes and dreams, and said, hey Kyle, how much would it cost for you to go back and face all of your childhood nightmares? Like the ones that shaped me into this, they're like, yeah, those are the ones, $1 million, because I have a price. At that point, I would be like, all right, I'd be willing to do for that. Turns out $100 a day. I can be bought. Have you ever had to like lower the asking price on your happiness? When you do that markdown on your soul? But here's the thing I've discovered, guys. There's a silver lining to every cloud, because what I love about middle school is that you can be mean to them. And guys, no one will believe their crazy story. It doesn't matter what you say, because whoever they're going to tattle to you on, they were a dick to at some point. They're like, I'm glad they said that. That guy's an American hero. And I like to think I am. Guys, it's the only point in my life where I have control and power over people. And what I've learned about myself is it's good that I have no power, because I get drunk and corrupt immediately. Just then I'm like, oh man, I control how good or bad your day is. Your day's gonna be bad. There's no greater moment than saying no to someone. And then when they give you a reason, saying, I don't care. My favorite thing in the world, the best thing, because every middle school student seems to forget that at some point you were also a middle school student. And so that, hey, instead of like working today, could I just like be on my phone the whole time? And while I understand that, I say no, and then go back to being on my phone. Just to illustrate who's top dog. But what's even better is to do this, guys. Say, can I play on my phone all day? No. Okay, I'm already on the top of the world. But then what you want to do is this. You want to walk away and be like, you know what? Still no. Because you've given them hope and you've taken it away. Do you know how good that feels? To just lift them up and drop them from a greater height. Oh, guys, last week I worked in a wood shop, because those are still a thing that exists. And that's a thing you hear through middle school and high school. Oh, I'm going to take shop class. And then you get out, and unless you have skills, they're just like, oh, that stops being a thing. So I wander back into a shop class, and I don't know what it is about the very real threat of danger existing that makes kids love to try to die. But there's no more fun you can watch a young person have than when Kevin and Sean are chicken fighting because they know they can lose fingers. And like, on a fundamental level, I understand it, because you tell me one thing that's dangerous where the safer alternative is better. Again, I thought not. So I'm in woodshop, and thank Christ we're not doing stuff with wood, because a kid would have died. Like, and it's clear in his things, like, don't even go near him, don't look at the tools. I'm like, I'm right with you, piece of paper. And so they're drafting, and they're going to draw what their spice rack looks like, because people are still making spice racks. And I hand them, and they have the tool of the trade for today is a right angle ruler, where it has a handle on it and then a ruler, because in woodshop, shit needs to be more complicated. So I hand them out, and I get to the last table, and I give them to them, and I walk away, and then I turn around to say something, and they've already made a swastika out of it. And so I go and grab a yardstick, and not unlike a map in a World War II documentary, I just break up that swastika. Like a shuffleboard court of racism.